it's Lee from ColouringQueen.net, and today I've got the latest from Colouring Heaven, which is their Fairies special. Now, this is from a fantastic artist, and I'm going to completely butcher her name. It's Janna Prosvirina, and I really have no idea how to pronounce it. Janna is well known in the colouring book world and in the digital stamp world for her beautiful fairy drawings, and she has a range of those for sale at her Etsy shop, and she also has colouring books that you can purchase. Now, in this edition of Colouring Heaven, you get 40 different types of her fairies, which are beautiful. I've bought single pages from her Etsy store previously. She currently lives in Austria, and she's been a full-time fantasy artist since 2013, and she certainly knows her way around the fantasy world and giving colourists what they really are looking for in the world of fairies. You can see her fairies are all different styles, and she does have some that are cuter and more whimsical and some that are more realistic. As you'll see from the pictures, the liner is super easy to see. It's being a dull black. We've got our little steampunk fairy there. And a really good line weight, so it's easy to see for most colourists, no matter what your age. The really beautiful thing is the way that she does her background elements, and you'll see a few pictures there where you've got this gorgeous scene that you could actually cut out and frame. Now, individually, to purchase these pages from her Etsy store would set you back a fortune, whereas getting them in this gorgeous Colouring Heaven magazine is way cheaper. So we've got this gorgeous bunny here. Isn't it gorgeous? So she uses all sorts of different elements in her drawings. You've got metals there, you've got fairy wings, you've got nature, you've got bunnies, you've got flowers. There's so many different techniques that you can try out and experiment with in this book. And I love like this little background frame here. I think it's adorable. There's so many different things that you can do. Now, there's also a lot of open elements, so if you don't like detail too much, you know that you at least have quite a lot of large open spaces. And a lot of the images have some white space there that you can fancy up with background effects if that's what floats your boat. Now, like all Colouring Heaven magazines, this is printed on a white paper. It's a thin to medium quality. I would put a few pieces of paper behind each image so that you don't indent or bleed through to the other side. Look at that gorgeous bunny. Look at this beautiful owl. Oh, it's fabulous, isn't it? It's just gorgeous, this one that fills the whole page. And we've got our gorgeous stained glass window there and stone. So many different things that you can try out on this colouring book. I really don't know how Colouring Heaven get great artists every month or every issue. It must be so much work. So all the pictures are gorgeous. You've got different hairstyles, you've got different clothes. You even have male fairies, which we don't often see too many of the men in fairy world. They're nicely scaled to fit on the page. I love this one. So many gorgeous fairies and flowers. Got piles of mushrooms and a sneaky little dragon. And another little male fairy. So something for every fairy occasion. Now, you might hear some howling wind in the background. It's Hurricane Harry here today. The fairies would blow away if they were actually in my garden. Look at them sitting on their books. And as always, there's a special offer with Colouring Heaven, and it's always at the back of the book. That's the only advertisement that they do is on the back. So there's also the digital club where you can get your colouring fix emailed to you by joining the digital version of Colouring Heaven's Discovery Club, which is not these pictures, it's different pictures, a new artist every week with all sorts of extras there. As per usual, the front cover is colourable, and that's it for my Colouring Heaven Fairy special. So until next time, stay safe and happy colouring.